What's up, everybody? Hey, check this out. Man, I just came across a software from a group of developers. I've actually used some of their products like way back in the day. They used to have this really cool product. I used to get like unlimited leads and emails from Facebook, and then Facebook made some changes like they always do. And so I couldn't use that software anymore. So they just came out with a new software here called Instant FB Lead Software. And let me tell you this. Man, this is exactly what I was doing several years ago, and they've actually come out with a program that will allow you to get email addresses from people that are on Facebook from certain niches, certain niche markets, and you can use those emails to create custom audiences to create a Facebook ad to where your ad will only be seen to a certain group of people, even though you can do targeting on Facebook, but of course that's even limited. Sometimes you want to target even further, like a certain company, a certain group of people that might not be registered on Facebook per se, but they exist. Well, with this software, it can do laser targeting and give you instant email. So how would you like to have email addresses from a lot of people if you have a certain product or service or opportunity and you want to reach a certain group of people, how cool would it be if you actually had all their email addresses? Okay, so that's what this program does. I'm pretty excited about it, as you can tell. So what I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how this works, how you can take advantage of it. I've actually done this before and I was crushing it using that particular strategy, and now they've made it available again, the same developing group, and so I'm pretty excited about it. So I'm going to show you exactly how it all works here. So I'm in my Facebook account here really quick here, and I'm going to show you how this actually works. So if I go to home, of course my home page here, and basically what you want to do, you actually I'm going to show you, it's basically some software that you're actually using. So if I actually click on this little bookmark up here, because it's actually a software that attaches itself to your bookmarks bar, so you can just go to it really easily. And once you go there, you're going to see this little thing populate right here on the left-hand side of your page. And for example, if let's say I'm marketing a product that has, that's something for people that are in insurance. So if you're an insurance agent and I have some kind of product or service that can help you become more successful or make more money in whatever it is that you're doing, well, guess what? And I could even break it down to the name of the company, to whatever. I can do all kinds of stuff, and this software will actually fetch that information for me. So for example, if I said, okay, anybody that is let's just say Keller Williams, well, that's realty. Well, let's do that. Let's break it down. Well, let's do this here. We'll do like this to keep it more. And again, you can do whatever. See, I'm just typing something random. So if you're a State Farm agent, and so what it's going to do is, if you can see here, State Farm agent, anybody that has an email address that's on Facebook, that's a State Farm agent, and has a Gmail email account. So it could be a Yahoo. If I want to pull up everybody that has a Yahoo email account, if I want to pull up everybody that has an AOL email account, if I want to pull up everybody that has whatever email account, I can put that information here. Just put whatever your yahoo.com or hotmail.com or AOL.com. You get the picture. So you will put that information in here, and then you basically would just hit search. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and copy this information there. So if I hit search, what it's going to do then is going to bring up some information here, right? And again, I don't know how many people are in this particular group or niche or whatever, but then I'll click on the software again, and it still comes up here. And then what I want to do now is hit scroll. So what it's going to do now, it's actually going to start scrolling down the list of anybody that's on Facebook that's with State Farm that has a Gmail account registered with Facebook. I'm going to get their information here. And a lot of times, as you can see, they have their email address on their post or whatever. But it would be kind of hard to kind of go through all that information yourself, to where this system will actually do it for you automatically, right? I don't have to. I could just set it up, and like I used to do back in the day, I would pick a certain audience, and it looked a little different than this as well. But I would pick a certain audience. Even Facebook looked a lot different back then too. But I would pick a certain audience, and then it would just scroll down. It might go for an hour or so, and then I might finish, come back later on, or do some other things, or I might just have it running in the background while I got other windows open doing whatever I need to do for the day. And then when I think, hey, I'm done for letting it do what it's doing in terms of scraping all those email addresses in that particular niche market that I'm pulling those emails from, then I can see how many email addresses that I have. I can either email some of them if I wanted to. I typically don't like spamming people, but you can reach out to people, say, hey, I saw your email on Facebook, got something that you might be interested in that can help you in whatever or what have you, whatever the situation might be. I'm always trying to build a relationship. But on Facebook ads, I can take that list of emails, create a custom audience, create an ad, and have that ad only being seen by those individuals. Nobody else will see that ad unless you fit in those. Your email is in that list of emails that I scraped from Facebook. So as you can see, I'm still going through State Farm insurance agents that have a Gmail account. Now I can even add more. I can let this run for a few hours, and I can come back. Well, let me get all the State Farm agents that have a Yahoo account, and then I can compile that list as well. And then I can take all those emails or whatever, whether it's 100, 200, 10,000, 100,000. Of course, it's going to take several hours to get to that point. You can just let it run in the background. It'll compile all those emails for you. And then I can take that and create a custom audience within Facebook, and then have my Facebook ad only being shown to those individuals that I pulled those emails from. So it's actually pretty cool. And I'm gonna kind of give you a little insight of how that works. So let's go ahead and stop it now. I'm not gonna sit here and do this forever, right? So I'm just gonna stop it. As you can see here, you've got search, stop, and fetch. So if I stop it, then it's gonna stop scrolling down that list, right? And then all I gotta do now is hit fetch. And then, of course, I only let it run for, I don't know, a few minutes or whatever, maybe 5 minutes. And so it said it so far, it's not done, of course, but so far, it says total emails found 153. It removed all the duplicates because, as it's going through, it might find somebody else's email that it already got in a previous post. So it says 25 were duplicates, so it removed them. And then it says all unique address emails collected, 128. Okay, just like that. That means I got 128 emails from people who I can contact or shoot an email to or whatever, right? And again, I don't like spamming people, but I don't have a problem with reaching out to people. People reach out to me all the time. People that I've never seen before or heard of before. Maybe they saw a video, or maybe they just saw me around the way, and they reach out to me and ask a question. Sometimes people are spamming me a lot of times. I'm sure you get it too. But sometimes people just say, hey, Steve, I saw your video, or hey, I saw that you're doing whatever. Have you seen any information about whatever? I'd love to send you some information about it if you don't mind. And then, yeah, sure, or no, I'm good, or whatever the situation might be. So again, you can kind of play it however you want to. I don't want to put out there that you just need to be spamming a lot of people. No, mainly what I used it for, 99.9% of the time, was for Facebook ads. I wanted to find very niche markets of people. If I have certain products, services, opportunities, whatever, and I wanted to reach those people specifically, I wanted to laser target those people, I would come to that particular software and it would do it for me. And then I would create my ad, and then my ad will only be seen by those individuals. And I got really good results from it because I'm talking to the people that are more likely to buy what it is that I have to offer. It's perfect, right? So let's look at here. So if you look here, I've got 128 emails. So if I hit here, select this list, typically I like to copy it. I'm going to show you something. Let me make sure I copy it. And then I'm going to go to my other page here that has my Facebook ad account. And so this is my other Facebook page here. And then if I scroll down, and I'm going to, basically what we want to do, we want to create an ad. And of course, then it's going to bring up my ad account here. And then there's all the different options. You guys have seen this. And I'm not going to make this a Facebook ad training here. I'm just going to keep it real simple for now. because there's training that the system provides, and there's training, of course, on how to do Facebook ads as well. But I'm just going to show you how I would set this up. So what I'm going to do first, we want to create a custom audience. So I'm going to show you exactly how that works. So far I've collected 128 emails. Now for you, if you got this software, you might have 100,000 emails, or maybe 10,000 or 5,000, whatever the number is, right? You've got those numbers. So now you want to create an audience because you want to create a Facebook ad to reach all those people to where they're always seeing that information in their news feed. And remember, nobody else is seeing that ad, only the people that are connected to that particular list that you compiled using this software. Okay, so what we got to do first is that we got to create a custom audience. Okay, so you come here, and if you click, once you come to create an ad, Facebook ad, you click on your ads manager deal right here, scroll down, click on all tools. It's going to open up this option here. And typically, let me see, where is it at? Audiences. Hold on, let me zoom that out a little bit. There we go. Okay, had it too big there. So audiences. So you got create and manage, measure and report. And then of course you have assets. So what you want to do is just click on audiences, and then it's going to bring up this option right here. And as you can see, I've already got a couple audiences that I've made, a while back, and they're actually ready to use. And I've actually used them for a few different things already. This one has 160,000 people, and this was even before we got this software. But these audiences here aren't as laser targeted as what I'm going to be using with this tool. Okay, so these were audiences created just using Facebook. But I've got, with this tool here, I'm going to be able to really laser target specifically the people who I want to connect with, who I want to promote to, who I want to market to, okay, that are more likely to buy or connect or engage with whatever it is that I'm offering, right? So it just makes sense. So what we want to do here, I don't want to use those. We want to create a new audience. So that's what we're going to do. Create audience here. If I click on that, then it says custom audience. Then it's going to bring up this little pop-up right here. You want to click here where it says customer file. Okay, once I click on that, then it's going to ask you, how do you want to add customers to this audience? Well, you want to choose a file or copy and paste. Now in this here, I can even, in this list here, what I did, I copied it, but you can also copy that into like a text file or a CSV file. So you can do that as well, but typically I usually like to just copy it, just easier for me. So I'll click on this button right here, and then it's going to open up this option, and then it's going to give me two options. Well, I'm not going to do the CSV file or text file. I'm just going to do a copy and paste. So if I click on this here, and then I'm just going to right click, and then there are all those email addresses right there. Okay, just like that. Now, what I can do, and then of course what Facebook does too, it kind of polls and scrolls through your emails and sees which emails that are connected to Facebook. So I had 128, probably not 128 will be added to this file because some of those emails are probably not connected to Facebook, but a lot of them are, typically roughly around about 70%. So if you did 100, roughly about 70 of them will actually be added to the actual file. So very rarely will you see where you have 100% of them being uploaded for various reasons or whatever Facebook does, and when it's actually polling through all those emails. Okay, so some of them are like not real email addresses or whatever, so it kind of polls all that information and then puts it into the file once everything looks good from its end. So from here I've got it all set up, and I'll call it a name. We'll just say test list. We'll just do that. Okay, and then you just hit next. And then it's going to give you this little preview here. They're all email addresses. Facebook knows it's email addresses based on the format of the data that I copied and pasted in. And I could have copied and pasted 6,000 emails if I wanted to, or 20,000 emails if I wanted to, right? It probably would have took a few more seconds for it to show up, right? Because it's the more data, the longer it's going to take for it to populate. But it's pretty quick though, no matter how you do it. But I've got it here. And then if I hit update and create, then it's going to upload those there. And then it says, hey, looks like 128 rows uploaded, 100%. Hey, great. Hit done. But then what it's going to do, Facebook is typically takes about an hour or so. I think the most I've seen it, probably seen maybe several hours or so. I'm not for sure exactly how long, but usually about an hour. You see where it's red right here? Well, once they finish polling and doing what Facebook does or whatever, looking at your list and all that, it will eventually populate green here. And when it's green, that means now you can use that ad or that audience in a particular Facebook ad. Let me give you an example. I'm not going to do a full Facebook ad, but I want to give you an example of how simple this is and how effective. Man, it's really effective, right? Facebook already has some really cool tools already embedded. This even makes it even better because now you can actually customize your audiences where maybe Facebook doesn't have some of those audiences within its actual mainframe. You can actually build them yourself. So it's actually pretty cool. So that's going to take probably a while, probably usually within about an hour or so that'll change. If you don't see it change within an hour, just give it some time. They're just doing what they do, right? And they'll let you know if there's an issue or a problem or whatever after they finish polling through all the information and everything. And that has everything to do with Facebook. It has nothing to do with me or that software that I'm using. That's all Facebook, okay? So just to kind of give you a little insight on that. So from here, let's pretend that it's green, and now I can use one of those audiences. So I just kind of use one of these two here as an example. So if I go to create an ad, and again, whatever ad that you're trying to create, again, I'm not going to get into a lot of different training about Facebook ads. Typically, you'll find that in training and different things that you're already a part of. But if you've never done one before, if I clicked on conversions or even traffic, it's totally up to you, however you want to do it. But if I did, let's say, for example, let's just do conversions, and we'll just call it test list here. And I'm just giving this particular campaign or ad a name. So if I hit continue here, and then it's going to bring me to another page here. And then what we want to do here, if you notice, again, I'm not going to go into a lot because there's a lot of different lanes I can go down in Facebook ads, but I just want to give you a very brief overview of how powerful this is. So for example, right here, when I'm creating, so like when you first create a Facebook ad, it's going to ask you for the audience, or who do you want to see your video or your ad or your post or whatever. So what we want to do here, if you notice here, it says custom audiences, and I've got one here. Let me see a test list. Okay, it looks like it might be ready to roll now. So let's look at a few other ones here. Custom audiences, test list there. Okay, so it looked like it's ready. So if I put that there, now again, look like it only uploaded about 60, which is fine, but to kind of give you an idea, this is just a test. You're probably not going to want to create an audience of 60 people. That's not enough in terms of marketing. So several thousand or more, the more the better. If you did 5,000, great. Just however, I think more than 1,000 is typically the best way that you want to do it. I've done, as you can see, I've done audiences that were a lot more than that, 10,000, 160,000, etc. And if you notice here where it says create a new one, or if I go to use saved audience, and I got those two already saved, so it look like it might still be. Let me exit that. I think it's just putting that information there because I'm going through the process. But right here, I've got use a saved audience, which eventually that one I made will be a saved audience. And I can come here and put that information there as well, or I can choose to say fire your boss, and then to put all that information in, and then I can just scroll down, putting all the other information in that I need for my particular ad. And again, so what's the purpose of this? Again, the main purpose of this particular feature is to, let me come back here, is to, one, get emails, right? So if you're like, well, I don't have any emails, I don't have any connections. Well, of course, you're on Facebook. You can always connect with and reach out to people as well. But if you want email addresses as well, boom, you can do that, okay? Two, you can really what it's made for, realistically, what this software is made for is to build custom audiences. So you can create an ad and reach the people who you need to reach that are more likely to buy whatever it is that you're offering. That's what this is about. That's why I'm fired up about it, because I've already been doing it already on Facebook. But I've always had dreams. I'm like, man, I remember that software I used to have back in the day. Man, I can pick companies. So if I'm marketing to a certain company, MLM company, people that are using some type of affiliate offer or whatever, well, some of those audiences aren't showing up within Facebook's search. But I can use this tool and it'll find anybody that's connected to that particular keyword. And also I'll get their email address, whether it's Gmail, I can do Yahoo, I can do AOL, Hotmail, etc. Guys, powerful, right? And here's the cool thing about this thing. If you go to, just go to fblist.stephenrachel.com. Just go to fblist, short for Facebook. So fblist, L-I-S-T dot stephenrachel.com. That's fblist.stephenrachel.com. That'll take you to this page. And the cool thing, guys, just like it was back in the day, it's only $17. Man, I made a lot of money off of that product they had back in the day because it was only $17, but I made tens of thousands of dollars off of that $17 purchase, all because I could create my own audiences specific to a lot of things that I'm doing in home business and affiliate marketing and MLM and everything. So I can really strategically pick certain people and create ads that would only target those individuals. Whereas with Facebook by itself, I couldn't really target those particular individuals. So this is pretty high, guys. So I encourage you, go ahead and get your copy. $17, instant FB list. It'll definitely save you a lot of time and definitely help you make a lot of money if you use it, and if you use it correctly. And don't abuse it, but just use it, right? I just didn't mean to make that rhyme, but use it, but don't abuse it, right? Because it's definitely going to give you some really good information and great ways to expand your message and reach more people, and also allowing you to be able to get connected to more people as well. So that's it, guys. I'm gonna leave you to it, and I got some work to do myself. So again, fblist.stephenrachel.com. Check it out, $17. This tool here, guys, is pretty hot. I like it, and that's why I made this video for it. So check out the information, guys, and hey, we'll see you over the top. Peace out.